These are the only 4 strategies that you need to 10x your SMA in the next 6 months. Because here's the deal. After helping over 160 agency owners scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures, I've learned one crucial lesson. The strategies that get you to 10K or even 100K a month are not the same ones that are going to take you to 8 figures. And the top 8-figure agency owners are playing a completely different game. And until now, many of these strategies and secrets have been locked away behind the 20K masterminds and private coaching groups. But in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain to show you exactly what it takes to scale your SMA to multiple 7 and 8 figures as fast as possible with real actionable strategies that you can start implementing today. We're gonna start off with this thing called enterprise sales. When you're at the 6-figure mark, most of your focus is going to be on marketing, sales, and building out your systems and processes. But once you hit that level and you want to scale further, you have to make a completely different mindset shift. Think about it. How many clients would you have to sign to scale from 100K per month to $1 million a month, or even beyond that? Can't rely on selling one-to-one anymore. First thing you need to do is build an enterprise sales team. Instead of selling one-to-one, an enterprise sales team sells one-to-many by attending events and conferences in your niche. For example, if I'm in the real estate space, I'd attend the biggest real estate conference in the country. If I'm in the gym industry, I hit up events like GymCon. If I'm in the roofing space, I check out events like RoofCon or similar. Your team could sponsor the event, set up a booth, and get in front of hundreds or even thousands of potential clients all at once. And recently, I had a student in the auto niche who attended an auto conference with over 10,000 people in attendance. 10,000. Think about it. How many ideal customers were in that room? Now, compare that to how long it would take to talk to 10,000 people one-on-one through one-on-one sales calls. At these events, you can also host dinners for the key players in your space. Let's say I'm in real estate. I could fly out to a brokerage, schedule a dinner with the owner, and pitch directly to them. Maybe that brokerage has 100 agents. Normally, I charge $6,000 for 6 months per agent. But for that owner, I'd offer a bulk discount. Let's say $3,000 per agent. The brokerage has 100 agents. That's $300,000 over 6 months, or $600,000 for a full year. And locking in just one deal like this per month would bring in $7.2 to $8 million in annual revenue. Even if I locked in just one per quarter, that would still double the business. Think about the effort required to sell $600,000 worth of services to individual agents compared to landing one big brokerage deal. The same strategy applies in other industries. If I'm targeting gyms, I'd approach someone with 20 gym locations. For med spas, I'd target private equity firms managing 20, 30, or even 40 med spas. The key is to go after the bigger players in your space. Here's the thing, this doesn't require a massive sales team. 2 people can literally handle all of this. From attending events to building long-term relationships with the key players. It's a different kind of sales approach that's focused on targeting bigger fish. Now, not gonna lie, enterprise sales takes time to build these relationships and close these deals. But the second strategy I'm about to share with you is designed for fast results and can help you scale without waiting months to see progress. When I was stuck at the 300K a month mark with my agency, I was constantly looking for ways to scale to the next level. I talked to other agency owners, I'd attend masterminds, and spend time reading books to figure out what the next move should be. And one book that stood out to me was Buy Then Build by Walker Debo. And there was one key lesson in the book that changed my outlook on the entire SMA scene forever. And the book says that buying a business is way less risky than building one from scratch. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. Think about it. When you're building an SMA from the ground up, you have to figure out everything. Finding a niche, building systems for fulfillment, branding, everything. Now, compare that to buying an agency where all of those pieces are already in place. You might not be aware of this, but there are agency owners making 20 or 30K a month out there who no longer want to run their agencies and are willing to sell for $0 down. Maybe they don't enjoy the day-to-day of service delivery and client calls. Maybe it's because the agency doesn't align with their vision, and maybe they're just burnt out and are looking for a way out. Whatever the reason might be, it's a great opportunity for other agency owners like you and me to step in and acquire a business that already has solid foundations. Sometimes these owners just want to offload their clients, and that's perfectly fine. If they want to sell only their client base, you can make it work by offering preferred commissions. Instead of paying them a standard 10% commission, you could offer them 20 or even 30%. Another great option for acquiring these agencies is through seller financing. You could buy their agency for $20, $30, $40,000, but finance the purchase over 18 to 24 months. That means you're just paying $1,000, $2,000 a month, but in return, you're acquiring $20,000 to $30,000 in monthly recurring revenue. But here's where things get even better. Most agencies you buy come with a team, like a client success manager or a media buyer, but you don't necessarily need their team. Thanks to economies of scale, you can leverage your existing account managers and media buyers and make the whole operation much more profitable. And I've done this multiple times. In fact, we bought our first agency, Estate AI, when it was doing $15,000 per month, and within 3 months, we 10x the business and scaled it to $150,000 per month. This is such a simple and effective way to scale your agency. You could even hit $500,000 or even double your business just by acquiring agencies. The best part is, you don't even need to run ads to get clients anymore. You can just keep acquiring agencies. Now, the next strategy I'm going to show you is quite similar to this one, and it's often used by the top 8-figure agency owners in the game. It's a sneaky way to grow your business exponentially with little to no extra effort on your end. And you might have heard this quote before: rich people go after niches, but wealthy people go after sub-niches. And let me tell you, this is going to be more true when it comes to running an SMA. It's way harder to scale one massive agency in a broad niche like real estate to $1 million a month, and after a certain point, you start seeing less and less returns from your ads. Your cost per lead shoots up and it becomes tougher to scale because the total market you can target becomes more saturated. But what if instead of trying to scale an agency in one niche, you branched out in related sub-niches? For example, if you have a real estate agency, you can easily target mortgages, and these sub-niches have similar backends, meaning most of your systems and processes can actually stay the same. And the only thing that really changes is the front end, how you approach the market and the specifics of your messaging. So you could have the same sales team working across multiple related niches, one for real estate, one for mortgage, and one for wholesale real estate. Similar to if you were in roofing, you could expand it to HVAC or pressure washing, sub-niches within the same home service space. The trick is to think about your main niche and then look for sub-niches with similar fulfillment processes. This is the cheat code when it comes to scaling your business with little to no extra effort on your end. And instead of scaling one agency to $1 million, you can scale 4 agencies to $250,000 per month. And this approach is way less complex, requires far fewer resources, and is much more profitable because you're not reinventing the wheel each time. You're leveraging an already proven machine. The fourth and final thing that you can do to scale your agencies is honestly the simplest thing ever, but it's also the one that gets overlooked the most. Dan Kennedy, one of the absolute goats of sales and marketing, said it best: you get rich on the front end, but you build wealth on the back end. And I bet you don't even realize it, but right now, you're literally sleeping on a gold mine. You've already done all the heavy lifting, you spent all this time and effort getting your clients onboarded, but you're leaving so much money on the table if you're not capitalizing on back-end sales. This can be as simple as offering upsells. Think about it. What's the next logical step for your clients after they've used your core service? Maybe they need a website or Google local service sites or even coaching to grow their business. The upsell has to be simple to fulfill, low in complexity, and extremely high in profit. And since you're not spending anything to acquire these customers, your only expense might be a 10% commission for your client success coach or salesperson that closes the upsell. That means 90% of the revenue from these upsells should go straight into your bottom line. For example, in my agency, there were months where we bought in an extra $20,000, $30,000 just from back-end sales alone. And ideally, you want about 5 to 15% of your total MRR coming from these kinds of upsells. So let's say your agency's at $100,000 a month. That's an extra $5,000 to $15,000 in revenue every single month just from back-end sales. Another powerful back-end strategy is introducing low-ticket offers. You can create website templates and sell them to realtors for $10 a month. Sure, you might lose money on them in the first month, maybe break even in the second month, but by the third month, you're profiting. And all it takes is one VA to manage all the build-outs and customer support. You can even do this with SaaS by white labeling a CRM like Go High Level and offering it for $20 a month. It's low effort, super scalable, and highly profitable in the long run. Now, apart from these 4 strategies, there's a bonus strategy that Alex Ramosi himself actually shared with Matt and I when we were scaling from $300K to $1 million a month. And the core message behind Ramosi's strategy was simple: why just serve an industry when you could own it? For example, if you run a med spa agency and you've already nailed the marketing and sales system, why not franchise that system and license it out to other med spas across the country? If you're working with realtors, you can start your own real estate brokerage and recruit agents to sell under you. If you specialize in roofing, you can partner with your best performing clients and work on rev share deals and get some sort of equity. This is how you scale without constantly chasing new clients or grinding out new campaigns. And while all of this sounds pretty straightforward, things like picking the right sub niche or training your enterprise sales team can get tricky, especially if you've never done it before. So if you want me and my team to help you scale your agency and take out all of the guesswork, we're actually hosting a live mastermind event in beautiful Mexico, and I would love to see you there. We're gonna have so many 7 and 8 figure speakers and agency owners there that you've probably watched on YouTube. You're gonna get to network. You're gonna get to learn all the things that the gurus won't put out on YouTube. This is a super intimate event. We're literally gonna be at a mansion on the beach. We're gonna rent yachts. We're gonna have these great speakers coming in. You're gonna network and learn. So if you're interested in getting your tickets, we sold out last year. Make sure you click the link below to secure your ticket and learn more. You're not gonna wanna miss out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.